Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? This is Coach Wood, and we are pumped up and ready to get back after it with another amazing episode of content, you guys. We've been talking football all week, and you know there's no place I'd rather be than in the huddle with you. So if you're joining us for the very first time, welcome to the channel. As you can see, this is where the football talk is. This is where we get after it on the football side of things. If you are a player, if you are a parent, if you are a coach, if you are a fan of football, then this is the place for you, okay? So make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Today's topic, you guys, is going to get into how a lot of these universities are dropping the ball. A lot of these universities are dropping the ball. They are not handling their football programs correctly. We get the inside scoop because we're before you go pro, and we work with a lot of these athletes. So that is the topic today. But before we get into that, like I said, hit that subscribe button, and then also, you guys, check out what we have for you down in the description box. That's where we store the resources. That's where we store the goods so you can take it and get to the next level. All right. So as far as the topic, you guys, it is what I said it was. A lot of these college programs are not fully running their programs the right way. And I can't get into specifics because we all know, and that's what we teach our athletes, is to play chess, not checkers. So Coach Wood can't go that far with you. I can't get into specifics as far as naming schools. But I can tell you, you guys, not all schools are created equal. And it doesn't matter the level you're at. It does not matter the level you're at. You could be a Power 4 school and there's some drama going on behind closed doors. You could be Group of 5. You could be FCS, D2, D3, NAIA. Some schools at this level may be running more smoothly, more professionally than some schools at this level. Believe me, there are plenty schools at the FCS level and the D2 level that run just as good or better, like I said, behind closed doors than some of these FBS programs and maybe even a couple Power 4 programs. And what do you mean, Coach Wood, by run better? I'm not talking about they've got better facilities. I'm not, even though some of them have dynamite facilities, but I'm not talking facilities. I'm not talking talent. I'm talking about how the ship is maneuvered and ran. Are meetings on time? Is there a lot of bickering in the locker room? Can you, what a coach tells you, can you take it to the bank? You know, it might not be what you want to hear, but can you take it to the bank? It's just some programs are run a lot differently, you guys. And one aspect, while we're talking about it, one aspect in particular is the money. There is a distinct difference, you guys, between the programs that really value the athletes on how they invest their money and the programs that don't value their athletes as much. Some programs just have, they're flush with cash. We know the Texas A&Ms of the world, the Ohio States of the world. We know Michigan with their new investment fund in NVIDIA, and then they got, or Chat GPT, are just flush with cash. They can make mistakes with their cash. But most college programs cannot make mistakes with their cash. And let's call a spade a spade. For all of these schools, and this is what some of them are really failing to realize, for all of these schools, the football department is their sales team. It's their sales force. For these schools, a lot of these schools, the reason why people are applying to the schools, the reason why they're getting money from other places, whether it's donors or whether it's the community, is because they want to see some good football. Now, every once in a while, you'll have a school like a Stanford or a Duke that would be able to stand on its own two, just based off a school logo and maybe the allure and the logo of the school and the academic side of the school. But most schools aren't like that, you guys. And it doesn't matter if it's a Division 1, 2 school, a D2 school, a D3 school, or an NAIA school. When the schools look at the books and see where did we make the most money, where did the most revenue come in, outside of tuition, room and board, it's going to be the football team at most schools. There was once, and I forgot who said it, but I had once read, it was an athletic director actually who said it, but I couldn't remember which athletic director it was. And he said that the faculty wants free parking and nice parking right at the front of the school. The faculty wants school perks. The student body wants a good party, and they want to go have some good social life. He said the donors and the people with money, they want football. They want the people who write the checks. He said they want football. So it baffles me, you guys, in 2026, some of the things that I'm hearing from some of our student athletes and from some of the parents out there about what's going on behind the locker room doors at some of these programs. I recently had a parent of a Division 1 player say that his son was told that the team had no money to bring the guys back for summer school. If they wanted to come back for summer school, for a large portion of them, they were going to have to pay out of pocket. That's ridiculous. That you're going to have these kids that are scholarship level kids, scholarship worthy kids, playing out of pocket for summer school at a Division 1 school. They're saying there's no money for summer school, which is ridiculous because we all know that you go to summer school and then you do the off-season workouts in the summer, and the team camaraderie and everything is built in the summer. So it's crazy that we don't have money to bring back our sales department to train. The department of the school that brings in the most money to the school, we don't have the money to bring them back to train and put them in summer school. So where is the money going? You hear things like this at schools that are not running properly. A lot of schools are strapped for cash right now. And a lot of teams or people would say, well, how are these schools strapped for cash? Because what we're doing is we're just watching them play on TV, and we're watching maybe their big time football team or their big time basketball team. But a lot of these schools, even at the highest level, I think Clemson just had a big report on how much in debt they are. So a lot of these teams are strapped for cash. These athletic departments are strapped for cash. But it is not because of the football program. If it's because of the football, if the football program isn't making any money, then guess what? Probably none of their other sports are making any money. The football department is the sales department. And you see the cream of the crop schools, you see the schools that are really running and ripping and making moves, you see that they realize this. They realize that the football department at most schools is going to be what drives the overall success for the school. Even though my alma mater, you see the helmet in the background, isn't doing the greatest in the wins and loss department, fiscally, the University of Colorado has done well since Coach Prime got there. They said, okay, we're going to go all in on the football side of things and bring this celebrity coach to our football program. And we're going to make this thing about football. We're going to make this University of Colorado thing, at least on the public side, about football. And guess what happened? A bunch of money flew in. A bunch of money flew in via donors, via ticket sales, via merch, via new admissions. They broke admissions records at the University of Colorado over the last 3 years. So To you athletic department heads out there, and you people that are on the board and making the moves, and I'm not just talking at the college level, I'm talking at the high school level as well. The Modern Days of the world, the St. Thomas Aquinas of the world, the IMGs of the world. You see the towel with the R right there, that's my alma mater. Archbishop Reardon got very smart. They got very smart when they got serious about their football program. Always been serious about their basketball program. Athletic department and school money went like this when they got serious about their football program. Notre Dame doesn't have admissions issues. Ohio State doesn't have applications issues. A lot of people are putting in the applications, and guess why? Because they want to be a part of that football program. So when you hear of issues like I just mentioned at this FCS school where they don't have the money to bring the kids back for the summer, or something they're cutting costs at the hotels that they're keeping these kids at, or maybe the meals aren't fully up to par that they're giving their football team like some of the other programs, and basically they're skimping on their football team. Well, if they're skimping on their football team, they're skimping on their sales department. And when you skimp on your sales department, that usually doesn't go good for business, you guys. So very interesting, you football players out there and you parents out there. That's why I say when you go on these trips, when you're making your college decisions, when you start really evaluating schools, and where you may put pen to paper one day, you have to do your due diligence. And a part of the due diligence is talking to the kids who are already on the team. See if you can DM a couple parents who are already affiliated with that program, because some things may come out about the treatment of the football players that shows that maybe the investment isn't up to par. Maybe the investment isn't up to par. And usually if the investment isn't up to par and the football team, who knows how everything else is at that school. Because once again, the football team is my sales department. It is so surprising to me that more athletic departments and overall schools haven't caught on to this. Ohio State does not have admissions issues. University of Miami does not have admissions issue. USC does not have admissions issues, even though they haven't been winning a lot. Nebraska doesn't have admissions issues. They put money into the football program. All right. So keep that in mind, you guys, as we rip and running and as we get through the Weekday Huddle episodes. We want to teach about the business of this thing, and you got to be mindful when you start to hear things about certain programs. And when they don't want to invest in their athletes, it's not a school I might go to. Or it's a school that you definitely need to be mindful of going to. And if you are at that school, because one of our kids is at this school, a couple of them, you need to be mindful and make sure that you are handling your situation as an individual contractor and getting as much film as you can get, just in case you want to make a move down the road. So, all right, you guys, I am Coach Wood. This actually happens to be my birthday, depending on when you are watching this. So I'm going to get to my birthday cake. You guys keep getting to your glory and your dreams, and we will definitely see you at the top.